In this section, our main topics will be solving linear inequalities and also solving absolute value inequalities. Placing an inequality symbol between a polynomial of degree 1 and a constant results in a linear inequality in one variable. So we'll be looking at in this section solving things like 3x plus 7 greater than or equal to 12. Solving an inequality is the process of finding the set of numbers that makes the inequality true. These numbers are the solutions, and all of the solutions together, just like with equations, comprise the solution set. We can express solution sets to inequalities in set builder notation and also interval notation. So first, let's start with a discussion about what interval notation is. It's another way to express inequalities. So for instance, the open interval AB represents the set of real numbers between but not including a and b. So it would be x being greater than a but less than b. The closed interval a to b represents the set of real numbers between and including a and b. So a between x between a and b, but it can equal a and it can equal b in this case, whereas in the open interval x cannot equal a or b. The infinite interval, a to infinity, represents the set of real numbers that are greater than a. So in infinite intervals representing numbers greater than a certain value. And this infinite interval, negative infinity to b, represents the set of real numbers that are less than or equal to b. Parentheses indicate endpoints that are not included, and brackets indicate endpoints that are included. So example 1, let's look at how to write a set in interval notation. So our first set is x such that x is greater than or equal to -5. So that's referred to as set builder notation. Okay, and so to write that in interval notation, we need to first identify, is there a smaller value that x can be, and is there a largest value x can be? Well, this one says x has to be greater than or equal to -5. So -5 is the smallest possible value for x, and it says that just x has to be greater than that. So there is no largest value that x can equal, just anything larger than -5. So we'll build our interval with the smallest number first, -5. The largest value, there is not one, so we use the infinity symbol. And then let's go ahead and put in our parentheses or brackets. Okay, infinity always gets a parentheses, because infinity is not an actual number, it's just representing that we are getting larger forever. And then -5, we look at our inequality symbol, it says that x can equal -5, so we want to include it using a bracket. Our next example, we have x such that -9 is less than or equal to x less than 4. So again, start with what is the largest and smallest value for x. So it says x has to be greater than or equal to -9. So that's the smallest x can equal. And it says x has to be less than 4. So in this one, there is a largest value. It's 4. Okay, let's go ahead and put our parentheses and brackets. It says that x can equal -9, so we want to include it with a bracket. But here it says x has to be strictly less than 4. There's no equals 4. So we put a parentheses around the 4 to indicate that you cannot choose 4.